Alright guys, on the 26th of this month, we are going to go ahead and have the NFL Draft. Now the NFL Draft obviously will impact Madden greatly because we will go ahead and get a draft promo in Madden. Now in previous years, we have seen the draft promo in a variety of different ways. We've seen the draft promo be a whole entire week before the draft. We have seen, as you know, last year, as the promo is literally the same day as the draft, and different things like that. And again, you see right here, this is what we had last year. We had draft predictors, and this is something we see all the time this year when it comes to predicting, you know, predictor sets throughout the NFL season, or of course, you know, for now the possible draft promo. So pretty much what you go ahead and do is you try to guess what team is going to take who. Now the odds of this, you know, being all correct is 1 in a million because people make trades, stuff happens, players drop, all that kind of bad stuff. So obviously predicting this all to come true is very, very difficult. Now you see right here, last year, if you went ahead and had the most correct, you got 99 overall Cam Newton. This year we should expect the exact same type of promo. Mainly because of the fact that, you know, EA is following the same philosophy of the predictor type aspect in Ultimate Team, and they're going to go ahead and probably do, maybe not Cam Newton, but maybe another player. Now, some possible names, Jadeveon Clowney currently has a 98, so I do not think he would get another card. So we have to wait and see what they end up doing, but whoever they end up choosing, I think we can pretty much clearly say it's not going to be a powered up player. It's not going to be a player that needs a power up card because it seems like EA is really trying to push away from releasing cards that need power ups, right? Any card that needs a power up, they seem to be pushing away from that to make them a master or make them a really big card. They try to make players that don't have power up sets those big masters and crazy cards because, again, as we know, we will complain to EA if we go ahead and, you know, they get a new, let's say they did do a Clowney 99 overall, and let's say his, you know, last card was a 92. Well, people be like, hey, I, you know, powered up Clowney and now I can't use him because you guys made him a 99 and he's a master. So we can expect them to go ahead and just make whoever is the 99 overall for this set most likely will not be a powered up card. So we can limit down the names a little bit and kind of go on from there. Nonetheless, though, we also had prospects. So with that set, as you saw, what's really, really difficult about, you know, predicting the correct picks is there was over, I believe, 200 different prospects. You see right here, I had like, I believe 50 currently. Yeah, 53 currently. Actually, no, a lot less than that, my bad. At the time of recording this video, I had only 15. So again, you could see there's a lot of different prospects. And in all honesty, there has to be, right? Because you have 32 different picks in the first round, and, you know, anyone could go anywhere. We could have players that are second round talent be the 32nd pick in the first round, right? So with that in mind, you know, all the players that are probably the top 50, top 75, they need prospect cards because any of those top 75 prospects could be the first 32 picks. So that's something that, you know, they're probably gonna again do this year again, probably same copy and paste we saw last year. And I don't know, I mean, it's gonna be interesting. Also, another thing we saw last year, guys, was limited time cards. I believe we had a limited time Clowney and 2 other cards on draft night. Now, the really crappy thing about the whole draft promo as a whole, and it's nothing to mock it really that much, but it is kind of like annoying because the promo comes out based on last year on draft night. And with that in mind, the sets for the new players drop on draft night. So as the players are being picked, within an hour of them, you know, being picked to a new team, they're going to go ahead and obviously release that set in Ultimate Team. So every like 20-30 minutes, we have a new set in Ultimate Team. We have the number 1 pick set, we have the number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, so on and so on. And as the night goes on, more and more sets drop into Ultimate Team. So, you know, what's annoying about that is you're just trying to sit there and enjoy the draft, right? Maybe with your family, maybe with your friends, and they're just releasing stuff in the Ultimate Team. And if you know, you can invest into this promo when the promo drops, but you know, not too many people probably will, just because it is not a invest-inducive promo. It is more about, you know, just being there at the time. But when you're trying to sell your cards, you know, you don't want to be on Ultimate Team selling your cards. You want to be out there watching the draft, again, with family and friends. So it does kind of suck that it goes on during draft night, during the process of draft night, because I believe the limited time cards last year were only in packs until the draft was over. So it was like the beginning of the first round to the end of the first round. So if you were like myself, I was actually going ahead and watching the draft with my father, and I was not able to go ahead and get the limited time card. I couldn't pull packs for him, and also limited time solos that were only in the game from, again, the beginning of the draft to the end of the draft. So if you were, you know, watching the draft, you couldn't go ahead and play the solos or pull for the limited time card. So I'm hoping this year it's different. I'm hoping they don't just exclude it just to the draft. Hopefully it comes out before the draft. I'm expecting this to release on the 26th of April. It will release on the 26th of April. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm expecting that kind of time period just because that's when it came out last year. Now again, we were just going off last year because previous years, it came out like a week before. We had a whole week to prepare to collect, you know, prospects, tokens, all that kind of good stuff. So I'm hoping they give us a week, but it's going to be interesting to see what they end up doing. Now, right now, at the moment, we know that we have no promo from now because the Easter promo ended on the 13th, 3 days ago, right? So last Friday, the Easter promo ended. So we have no promo from last Friday till the 26th, the draft. So there's only one or two things EA is going to do. One, they could go ahead and release Ultimate tickets this upcoming weekend. That would, you know, set aside a week before the draft, and then obviously the draft is next week. Or they could go ahead and release the promo, the draft promo, on a Monday, and then have it, you know, end on that Friday, you know, when the draft is over. They could do that. They could not. In this whole week period, we could also get motivators, movers, all that kind of crazy stuff. So it all depends on what EA wants to do. But usually what EA does is they don't want to go ahead and leave us dry for too long. If they leave us without a promo for a week and a half, especially this time of the year, we're going to go ahead and just move on and go to like Fortnite, MLB The Show, 2K, you know, whatever game you play. Like a lot of people are just going to go ahead and say, well, Fluff Man, I guess it's over, and not really care. And a lot of people won't come back to the game. And that's something EA does not want to go ahead and risk. So they're going to try their best to go ahead and try to, you know, push as much content as possible. And this 2-week period before the draft, either we get the draft promo early or we get another promo in there with ultimate ticket, movers, motivators, something like that, right? We get something in between that little time period to keep people interested in the game. So again, this is my thoughts and opinions. Based on how EA works, we have learned that they are very, very unpredictable. So predicting anything EA does is never an easy thing to do. I always like to give my opinions, my thoughts and opinions on any promo that we might get, just so I can go ahead and help you guys out. But obviously, you have to remember, EA is the most unpredictable company I've ever seen in my life. So I have no idea if what they could do. They could, in theoretically, drop the promo today. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe button. The promo is not coming out today. I'm just saying that as a, you know, I was just pointing it out there. Peace out, guys.